Hello everyone, this is Aaditya Mehta and you are listening to podcast on personality development. And I welcome you to yet another storytelling episode. But firstly, congratulations to each and every Indian out there for winning the T20 World Cup. It was long due and we all wanted Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid to lift the World Cup trophy. So congratulations to that. And secondly, thank you. Thank you so much for an amazing response on the Rohan and Shefali story. I read all your reviews and it was a very special moment for me. Now, about today's story. This story is about a guy, Ravi, who somehow gathers the courage to talk to a girl he liked, but he's a shy guy. And talking to a girl who is completely random, it would take a hell lot of efforts. So, how is he going to do that? Let's find out in today's story. Here we go. In the cozy cafe called the Coffee Chronicles, Ravi was busy working on his laptop. He often came here to do his freelancing work. The cafe was quiet, with only a few regular customers around. The smell of a fresh coffee filled the air, making it hard to resist ordering a cup of coffee. On the walls, there were quotes and paintings adding to the cafe's charm. One quote caught Ravi's eye. A conversation and a coffee is a perfect blend for a date. He looked across the room and saw her. Another regular customer, lost in a book. She always sat on the same side, near the wall with the quote he noticed. She looked elegant, flipping through the pages of her book with delicate fingers adorned with beautiful nail art. Ravi couldn't help but feel drawn to her presence, even though they had never spoken. Feeling a mix of nervousness and excitement, Ravi decided to take a chance. In the cozy atmosphere of the Coffee Chronicles, surrounded by the smell of coffee and the warmth of the decorations, he felt a spark of courage. Maybe, just maybe, this could be the beginning of something special. He got up from his place, and just when he started walking towards her, his heart raced like a car in the F1 race. His hands became sweaty and his mouth became dry. And just when he was about to reach her table, he turned his way towards the counter to order a cup of coffee. He reached the counter and asked for a glass of water and ordered a cup of coffee. The order arrived as he was going back to his place. He saw that she was coming to the counter to place her order. Ravi thought at this time, just a minute late. When he reached his place, she was leaving the cafe with a coffee in her hand. Ah, he sighed. He was little disappointed about missing that one courageous moment that he had built after nearly 2 months to actually go and talk to her. Later that night, he was scrolling through his Instagram and he found a post of Personality Development Podcast where the host and the expert communication coach were talking about the topic named Communication for Building Romantic Relationships. The communication coach was none other than an Emmy nominated writer and producer, Larry Wilson. In the reel that he was watching, The host was narrating his story of how he missed asking a girl out on a date when he was on a solo trip. And at that moment, Larry said an amazing thing, which instantly filled a courageous spark in Ravi's heart. He went on to listen to the entire episode on Spotify, where host and Larry dove into the conversation of communication for building a strong relationship. They both shared some amazing stories of their lives in the episode, and the next day, Ravi was determined to at least go and say hi to her. It was the next day at the cafe. Ravi was working on another website project, and he was really hoping that the girl would show up. It was 4 p.m. now, and at any moment he was expecting her. Her normal time for coming to the cafe was between 4 and 4:30 p.m. But now it was already 5:30 p.m. Ravi had lost hope that she would actually show up today. He was completely focused now on his website, and there was a bug in the website which he was trying to identify. He was completely indulged in finding that bug. And finally, after approximately 1 hour, he found it and solved it too. During this whole time, he was just looking into his laptop, unaware of his surroundings. When the bug was solved, he finally looked up to the ceiling and took a deep sigh of relief. And then something caught his attention. She was at her place. He didn't know when she came, as he was completely focused in his project. But none of that mattered now. What mattered was that she was in the cafe at her place. At this point of time, Ravi saw an opportunity. He was still nervous though. But then he remembered everything that he listened to on the podcast and remembered that one sentence that he listened in the reel. He repeated that sentence in his mind. Good news is, no one in this entire world has ever died of embarrassment. He took a deep breath and started walking towards her table. As he was approaching, his hands were becoming sweaty again. His mouth was becoming dry again. But today he was determined to initiate the conversation. He repeated the same sentence in his mind again and again. No one has ever died of embarrassment. After just 5 steps, he was standing in front of her table. She was immersed in her book. After taking a deep breath, he let out a word. Hi. It was barely a whisper in the cafe where there were a decent number of people, and the girl was not able to hear him. She was still immersed in her book. Ravi thought to give another shot. This time, after taking one more deep breath, he said firmly with a high-pitched voice, Hi. This time, his voice was barely more than a whisper. But it worked. To his surprise, she looked up with a gentle smile, gracing her lips.
Hi?
She replied, her warm gaze meeting his. He stood there, paralyzed for a moment, but somehow managed to find the words. It looks like an interesting book you are reading. Do you mind if I have a look at it?
Sure. Are you into reading as well?
Oh, yes. I'm a big time reader of crime novels. Although sometimes I do read self help books by authors like Jim Quick, Robin Sharma.
Oh, yeah. Even I have heard about Jim Quick's book Limitless, but haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it is an amazing book. I've happened to read it. It gives wonderful lessons on building brain muscles, and I do believe one should definitely read it. The conversations between them flowed effortlessly now. It was like two old friends catching after years apart. They exchanged stories, shared laughter, and discovered common interests that ignited the spark between them. Days turned into weeks, and their chance encounter blossomed into a beautiful friendship. Through their conversations, they peeled away the layers of apprehension and uncertainty, embracing the rawness of their emotions. They found solace in each other's company, weaving a tapestry of trust and understanding that transcended words. As their bond deepened, Ravi realized that true connection blossoms when we shed the shackles of fear and embrace the vulnerability of genuine communication. It's not about the words we speak, but the sincerity which we listen and respond. In the tapestry of their friendship, Ravi discovered the courage to love fearlessly, to embrace the beauty of human connection without reservation. And as the seasons changed, so did their relationship, blossoming into a love that transcended the boundaries of time and space. In the end, Ravi understood that in the cacophony of life, it's the moments we share, the stories we tell, and the connections we nurture that truly define us. For the intricate dance of interpersonal communication lies the essence of our humanity, a testament to the profound power of connection in the world yearning for understanding and compassion. The story, A Brew of Courage, beautifully illustrates several key lessons in interpersonal communication for building a healthy relationship.
Number 1. Courage to initiate communication. Ravi demonstrates the importance of summoning courage to initiate communication. Despite feeling nervous, he takes the first step to start a conversation with the girl he is interested in. This highlights the significance of overcoming fear and taking proactive steps to connect with others. Number 2. Authenticity and vulnerability. Ravi and the girl engage in authentic and vulnerable communication. They share genuine stories, interests, and emotions, creating a foundation of trust and understanding. Authenticity fosters deep connections and allows individuals to relate to each other on a more profound level. Number 3. Active listening. Both Ravi and the girl actively listen to each other during their conversations. They pay attention to each other's words, thoughts, and feelings, demonstrating empathy and respect. Active listening is essential for fostering mutual understanding and strengthening emotional bonds in relationships. Number 4. Openness to different perspectives. Ravi and the girl embrace openness to different perspectives. They exchange ideas, opinions, and experiences, even if they differ. Being open minded promotes healthy communication and encourages mutual learning and growth within the relationship.
Number 5. Effective communication skills. Ravi learns the importance of effective communication skills through his interactions with the girl. He adapts his communication style, uses assertive language, and maintains eye contact, enhancing the quality of their conversation. Developing effective communication skills is vital for expressing thoughts, resolving conflicts, and building intimacy in relationships. Number 6, building trust over time. Ravi and the girl gradually built trust over time through consistent and transparent communication. They share personal stories and vulnerabilities, creating a safe and supportive environment for emotional intimacy to flourish. Building trust requires patience, honesty, and reliability in communication. In essence, the story underscores the importance of courage, authenticity, active listening, openness, effective communication skills, trust building, and embracing vulnerability in interpersonal communication for building healthy and fulfilling relationships. These lessons serve as guiding principles for individuals seeking to cultivate meaningful connections and foster intimacy in their relationships. With that being said, I hope you liked this story and you connected with it. And if you feel that this story adds value in your life, make sure to share it with your loved ones. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. This is Aaditya Mehta along with Nityanshi Mody signing off from this episode. See you in the next one. Till then, peace out.